An early 2nd and long they're facing. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Jones. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So here now are the Panthers for their first drive of the game. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9. The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 10 carries, 54 yards, and a touchdown.
Are we playing old school football now? We got the top 10 rusher in the league. He's sitting at number 10, but he has a chance to move up with a big-time game, so expect that offensive line every time they go to the bench and tell the offensive coordinator, let's run the football.
We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up. And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
2nd and 11. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. If you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
On this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Whoever the dive looked that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this is caught. He hits more. And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy because you gave one up. Just respond as you just noted.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he's not going to push his way. Forward, he's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. McCaffrey. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. Lutz good on the extra point. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their 2nd drive. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend, but you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here.
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up, and the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
And this is going to be a Bucs 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. 7-7, our score after 1. 2nd quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Jones. He'll find Miller. That's complete. That catch good for only a couple.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down. Stopped at the Panthers' 36.
I thought that was a good call. Pass. Situation on second down, they hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on second and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing: get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass him with a running play.
Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Hunt's going to run left. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 19.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Orlando Brown, the former Raven, the guilty party. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Back to throw. Jones. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Now Jones, operating from the gun. Escaping the pressure, and he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Daniel Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Bucs have taken the lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Coup for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. And a 9-yard run on the end of it. Following the touchdown, here's Coup to kick off. Taken in at the 3. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll roll him out right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On play action, they'll throw. He'll buy some time right. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's more. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Flush to his right. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down the defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned. The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 2nd down, right back to Hunt. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Well done from a safety to come up there at the line of scrimmage. Nice tackle, too.
Yeah, he actually played into his position, didn't he? He's the... Safety. That means being near the line of scrimmage, cleaning up the run game, almost an extra linebacker, and he relishes the opportunities to put a big hit on a runner.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the 1st down.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. the Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Whenever you see a quarterback break contain, just think to yourself, the receivers on that side of the field, their number one job, make sure they get in his sight line so he can try and find someone downfield. Guys on the backside, make sure you don't give up the deep ball. They tried it then.
And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. Jack Fox out to punt here on fourth down. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Bucs are going to take over first and 10 deep in their own territory. Well, the Bucs going to take over now late in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. And a catch right side by Evans. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. From the 22, Jones. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Jones now from the gun on third down. He completes it to Evans. And the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
So first and 10 now from the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Bucs are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report.
We now proceed to the start of the second half.
Second half straight ahead from Raymond James Stadium. Both teams finishing up their halftime adjustments. So for the call, let's get back over to Tampa and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. Fielded just outside the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. Now, they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw. Well, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. Finding some room at midfield. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. 56 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Boy, once you get Kareem Hunt in the open field, look out. He's got speed to burn, and he showed off the wheels on that one. Jones on 1st and 10. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off play action. Jones. Going for it all. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Panthers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Boy, the coverage there, airtight as he comes away with the interception.
Love that observation there because they were taking a shot in the end zone, but you're right about the coverage. Absolutely tremendous. And this they could clip for a training tape. Staying with him down the field, locates the football in the air, and comes away with the interception.
And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are. On the road in just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now a play fake here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
They'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's more. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a third and short yardage call through the offensive coordinator. You like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out third and long.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on fourth down. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first.
Thought they might throw the football with a little chunk that they had remaining on fourth down, but they ran it. They got it.
And the reason they were able to get it done, he ran that play with conviction, didn't he? Understood he would get a little bit of help from his friends up front. But it was really on him to go ahead and make the power move and get it done, and that he did. A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
They go play action here on first down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Flushed out right. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Back to throw again. Going deep here for Watkins. Touchdown, Panthers.
Quez Watkins.
His second touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown. Lots of look to add the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. A 10-play drive that time. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Back now comes Tampa Bay.
And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones.
Swings this out for Hunt.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw here taken in by Knox.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 37.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second down.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. To try again after the sack. Under pressure, they got him again. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Here's Tressway now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back.
The Carolina offense about ready to go. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he will force his way forward for a yard or 2, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. A good positive play there, 9 yards, but still 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. He is going to find Hill here.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He'll look to throw.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. A big play there for Carolina. On first down, this is McCaffrey. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
They'll run for it. It's Hubbard.
And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey, and he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey
With his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
So now the Bucs down 21-17. A minute 56 to go. And they're in danger of a third straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here's Jones.
They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now Jones. He's able to find Miller. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40, before being taken down. Jones. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Clock running. The Bucs try to go quickly and get set. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it. And this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's capped off by the late touchdown that puts him out in front here in the final minute of the contest. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
He's back to throw. Rolling to his right. And he's got it. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Blunt's to try to add the PAT. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25. Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. To throw is Jones. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man, complete. Now they do indeed get the timeout, so all is not lost. They'll have a chance for one final heave to the end zone. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one too low. Well, Charles, a pretty exhilarating finish to the end of this ball game. At the end, the Hail Mary.